It is the 24th of April 2009. Been a couple of weeks since we've done a video with the spring break last week, but this is the end of our first week after coming back from spring break. And we've got a fair amount done. As you can see under the hood, some things have found homes and some things are still waiting for homes. We've got our fuse box and terminal, and we've got our coolant tank mounted in there. We still need to put another bracket on that. Still a few things we need to sturdy up because we had to cut some things and thus weaken some things. This is our radiator bracket. The radiator is just sitting in there. It's not sitting in crooked on purpose or anything. The radiator is just sitting in there because I was just seeing how it was going to fit up with our radiator bracket that we made from our donor car. Cut out of it and then just bolted up where the old radiator went, and now we've got a perfect place to hook in our radiator. And then of course we're going to stick our condenser for air conditioner. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but you can see the transmission and power steering cooler sitting right there. We'll mount that up against the grill some type of how or another, and so we can get plenty of air around it. You can see we've still got a good bit of space between the engine and the radiator, so won't be no problem putting the fan shroud and electric fan in there, and I think we'll still have plenty of room even after we do that. We've got our air cleaner in, another power terminal. Still trying to, hadn't got to the ECU yet. We got to make a home for it, and we've got to probably insulate it pretty good since it's really not designed for under hood temperature. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to insulate it and keep it cool, because you can't really cut and splice the wires going to the computer here, because it will change your resistance and really throw the computer off and probably not work. So the computer or ECU must go there. So we're going to have to figure out a way, and I think I've got a way figured out to insulate it properly, then mount it down so it won't vibrate, and take care of that. As you can see, we're kind of close on space right there. There's just was no way we could put it on the dash. That just happened to be where the thing wound up at. So that's pretty much all we've done under the hood. It's coming together pretty good. Probably next week we'll be able to actually crank this thing up and let it run for an extended amount of time once we get the radiator and everything else hooked up to it so it can cool itself. On the interior, we've got the gauge cluster mounted in there now. It's looking pretty good. So next week we'll work on mounting the headlight switch up there, and then we'll start making our wood trim to fill in all the gaps around here and kind of box it all in so it'll look more proper. Still haven't done with the spaghetti of wires that went to the power locks and power windows. Like I said, I'm not going to deal with that till we get everything hooked up and running. Radios run properly. Oh yeah, we got our controls for our AC mounted in there. That's going to work in conjunction with the factory heater control knobs. We got our gear indicator working now, so as you can see, so all that's functioning properly now. Now we've just got to type a few more things and we can start focusing more on cosmetic, making it look a little better than what it does now. One last thing we done, we dropped the original 9-inch rear end out, and here it is sitting over here. I apologize, folks, for my shop. It's kind of dirty, but we've been very busy, so we got a lot of clutter and dirt right now. And this is the 8.8 we're going to put in there. We've kind of stripped all the original brackets off of it. I've ordered some leaf spring pads to put on it, and we'll proceed to weld those on, and shock mounts and all that kind of stuff. But that's our 8.8 rear end we're putting in and out of the 97 Crown Vic. And that's about it. We'll try to check back in next week for another update. Thanks for watching.